Hey everyone, Sophia here from my great challenge. Welcome back to my 30 bags in 30-day declutter challenge. This, I believe, is day number 22, in which we are starting to creep upstairs to the attic and my master bedroom. So I think it was maybe 20 and 21, I finished the office and I'm very happy with the result. I cleaned out all of the shelves that were behind my desk, and there's a reason why I wanted to do this. You see, you guys, I have a method to the madness. I'm clearing out space so I can bring some of the stuff I've been stashing upstairs downstairs to the office where it really belongs. So today I am doing my to be read pile. This is a pile of books I have been accumulating for quite some time, and I just didn't know where to put it because I didn't have a bookcase at the time. All of the shelving in the office was just full of stuff. So let's go look at it. So you go up the stairs, you go to my master bedroom. It's my big ass there, okay? You've seen this, I've done that. And right there's a ledge, okay? And here it is. This is my to be read pile. These are the books I intend to read, or I'm delusional about my intent to read them. So we're just gonna go through the whole pile, and I'm pretty sure that a good number of them I was fooling myself into thinking I was going to read them. So yeah, I gotta go through this whole pile, and I'm only gonna keep the ones that I'm really truly interested in reading, and the rest is going to work. I'm gonna put it in a bag and I'm gonna bring it to work for somebody else at work, whether it's a client or a coworker, to enjoy it. So here we go, we are in the office, and this is the to be read pile. I finally brought it down. I'm going to go through every single one of the books. I'm going to try to make real quick decision. I don't want to do a fast forward because a lot of you love books, and you probably want to know about some of these books and get ideas to for yourself as to maybe something that you want to read. Okay, so let me get the tripod, and I'm going to go through every single one of the books. None of them is going to trash, obviously, because you can't do that to a book. I don't care about the how bad the condition. You do not trash books, okay? You donate them, and that is that. I mean, really. Or maybe you want to do some craft projects with them, like write this book kind of thing. But anyway, so that's the large pile. Now, some of them I have purchased full price. And, well, hold on. I'll tell you that when I'm sitting down. Okay, y'all, we're just gonna do a little chit chat and tea time at the same time because it is almost 6 o'clock, and basically it's time for tea, for me at least. All right, so what was I saying? Yes, the majority of these books I did purchase at full price, okay? Then there's a other pile that I've got at various garage sales, and you'll see that there's a few of them with little tickets that say 60 cents on it, things like that. And then there's other books that were donated to me. Well, actually not really to me. I shall explain. Back in the days, my other job, I was kind of like the supervisor for a sex offender parole unit, okay? When I worked in prison, okay? So one of the things that I did was create a library for these guys because they were just like doing nothing all day long but watching Jerry Springer. So I said, okay guys, do you want a library? And they said yes. So I kind of reach out to the community and my library in particular, because believe it or not, my library doesn't take donations. They don't, okay? So, and they said that's because they have too many books. Whatever. So anyway, so I reach out to my library and they say, but we have people that call us all the time and want to donate books to us, and we turn them away. So is it okay if we give them your number? And I said, absolutely. So within about 24 hours, I got my first phone call. And for the 5 years that I worked there, I was getting pretty much a donation of 1, 2, 3, or 4 bags or boxes of books every single week. Okay, that's a lot of books. So we ended up having a library for the sex offender unit, and then we ended up opening a library for the county jail unit, which was like 595 guys. Okay, so that was a lot of books. A huge shelf, we had a whole room. Anyway, so a lot of books were donated. But what happened after a while is that we started to get a lot of duplicates and triplicates and quadruplates and you name it. So there was a lot of books like this one, for instance, the Mitch album For One More Day, or whatever. We got so many of them, and we had a checkout system, so we kind of figure out what books we had that wasn't really read. So it turned out that eventually when they said, well, folks, you know, you got to start taking the books home then, because what are we going to do with all those books? So guess who was the first one who went, me, please, let me take the book home. So I ended up taking a lot of books home, all right? And that's how I got most of the books that you see downstairs. So now you know. Okay, let's start with this. All right, I'm just going to grab whatever. Delirium, New York Times bestseller by the author of Before I Fall. Okay, this is a book that is young adult. Okay, and I was interested in this because it's about mental illness. However, it's dystopian stuff, and I like history. In particular, I love pioneer history. I love you know, the Wild West kind of era, which kind of coincides with the Victorian times. So that's my favorite part of history, like the Philippa Gregory stuff, like the White Queen, the Red Queen, can't read that, no interest in that at all, none. I like pioneer 1800s America and late 1800s England, really like this. So this is dystopian, so which is basically the future, if something horrible had happened in the future and the world is kind of like completely changed, kind of like 1984, okay, George Orwell's. All right, so I picked that up because this girl's got like some mental health stuff, and it really looked interesting. Now finally I could find this story races forward, twisting in a new direction every few pages. Or that's a review. Let me see. Do they have a little blurb here? No blurb. Can't help you. No blurb. Find it. No blurb. No. No. It just goes on. All right. So anyway, I was interested in reading that, and I still am. Even though dystopian book and stories are not my cup of tea. So I'm putting this on the shelf. I'll sort them later. Next. Okay. Yep. Victorian dress. You see that? Okay. The Dressmaker. This is about a woman who becomes, who's a seamstress and a dressmaker and ends up on the Titanic on the infamous night of the Titanic. And then she's one of the survivors. Aspiring seamstress thinks she's had an incredible lucky break when she's hired by famous designer Lady Lucille Duff Gordon to be her personal maid on the Titanic. Okay, so anyway, Titanic sinks, blah, blah, blah. Survivors are rescued and taken to New York, but when rumors begin to circulate about the choices they made, Tess is forced to confront a serious question. Did Lady Gruff Gordon save herself at the expense of others? All right, so there's a little bit of mystery surrounding how people survived the Titanic, and you know there was like a lot of people trampling each other. So that really, really intrigued me. I love that kind of stuff. First of all, it's a historical novel. It's the Titanic. Who doesn't like the Titanic? Okay, keeping that. I'm not doing too good so far. The Letters. This is Amish stuff. Love Amish stuff. First of all, it's kind of like Christian literature, super clean. Okay, there's at best there's a kiss and that's it. Okay, maybe they touch their hand. All right, there's no. This is the anti 50 Shades of Grey. Okay, so I read another one from her and I can't remember the title. I think it was called something with silence. No, so it's somebody else. Okay, not her. But anyway, Amish literature, love it. I love going to Amish country, by the way. One of my favorite places. Okay, the Nightingale. This is very interesting and I really, really can't wait to get to it. And to be honest, I just got it last week, okay? Hence the reason why there's no dust on it. You see, it's brand new. Okay, so this is a story of two sisters. Kristin Hanna is the author. Two sisters during World War II in France. We're changing subject, right? Or at least part of history. One of them ends up collaborating with Germany and the other one ends up part of the resistance. And it's all about Paris and it's all about their struggle and how they kind of like take different paths, and it follows each path. And I guess it's full of tragedy and stuff. It's got to be. But anyway, it's got great reviews and I really, really want to read that. So that's a keep. Not doing very good. Oh, I wanted to read that. Oh my God. Do I ever get time? Okay, this is Daughters of the Dragon by William Andrews. And during World War II, the Japanese forced 200,000 young Korean women to be sex slaves or comfort women for their soldiers. This is one woman's riveting story of strength, courage, and promises kept. So here's another type of subject matters that I love. I love stories about, and you're going to get a lot of that in that pile, about arranged marriages, in particular catalog bride or mail order bride. And especially if they happen in the Wild West. Love that stuff. I am a sucker for that kind of story. And I love stories about geishas and prostitutes and concubines, hence Memoirs of a Geisha. If you ever read it, it's fabulous. I read it twice. Fabulous book. Movie was alright, but the book is really, really good. So love that stuff. It's Asian. Yeah, Daughters of the Dragon. I'm keeping it. Is this pile going to be transferred from this side to the other side? We shall find out. Okay, Prayers for Sale by Sandra Dallas. Now, I read another one of her books, and I think it's in here, and no, it's downstairs, and I really liked it. It was a story about a Victorian prostitute. Hey, you see how we kind of, combining the themes here, and it was called Something Women. You hear the dogs? It's driving me nuts. Was it Lost Women? Fallen Women. Where is it? Right here. Fallen Women, Sandra Dallas. I put that on my Instagram. So I really, really liked the book. It was about a sister who's coming to Texas, and I think it's Houston, I'm not sure, to find out what happened to her younger sister who turned out dead, and she has to partner with a cop in the area. And again, it's Victorian time, okay, so it's very, very interesting. Or maybe it was Colorado, I'm not sure. But they end up partnering to find out what happened to a sister who had become a prostitute. So they find out what's really going on underground in around that time with prostitution, and people who are highly ranked and kind of like there's a judge involved in there who are actually customers of the sister who was found dead. The whole thing is about them looking for the killer. But anyway, so this is the same author, Prayers for Sale, and this is unlikely friendship between two women and the secret they've kept in order to survive life in a rugged Colorado mining town. So again, this is around Victorian era and all of that theme of pioneer life. Love that stuff. So I'm keeping this. Next, The Paris Wife. Okay, this all right, I'm not gonna read it. I'm just making a quick decision on that. This is a novel about the wife of Ernest Hemingway when he lived in Paris. And as appealing as it sounded at the time, I know I'm not going to read it. So that is a donate. See, we got one book. Next, How to Be a Victorian, a down-to-dusk guide to Victorian life. This sounds so good. I picked that up at Barnes & Noble's, and it basically tells you everything you need to know about Victorian lifestyle, including how they bathed, how they cooked, how they dressed, how they lived, whether you wear, see there's a chapter on personal grooming, and there's a chapter on homemaking, and anyway, so How to Be a Victorian, we're gonna keep that. And this is by Ruth Goodman. All right. Here's one of the things that I do all the time, and you're probably going to notice that. Everybody raves about a book, so I said, okay, I got to read it. And then I go to the store, and I don't just buy one, I buy the whole series. And the whole series ends up on my to-be-read shelf doing nothing. So I know I got another one of those somewhere. We will find it. Or maybe I just bought that one. Oh yeah, maybe for this one I just bought this, the Sharp Object. Anyway, Gillian Flynn, Sharp Objects. This is another one that has to do with psychiatric hospital. And yeah, this is all about mental health. So I'm definitely reading that. I'm not doing too good, you guys. I'm not doing too good. The Likeness by Tara French. I don't know why I picked that up. No, I'm not gonna read it. I don't even know where I got this. This is a used book, so I don't know how I got this. I'm not keeping it. Alright. Okay, like really, I don't like dystopian stuff. I don't know why I picked it up other than everybody was talking about it, and I'm not gonna read it. I know I won't. So that can go, and it's brand new. Ah, In the Woods by Tara French. Isn't that the same author? Oh my god, the dust is disgusting. Hold on, I need to perk me up. Oh yeah, so here basically that's an example. Like I bought one and I got the other one, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna keep this one because this is a psychological thriller about a detective and she works with another detective. I like that when they partner because there's always like some tension going on. So I'm gonna keep this one. Nora Roberts, really? The Witness. Okay, what is this about? Okay, daughter of a cold controlling mother and an anonymous donor, studious, obedient as ever, fell loose one night. Okay, she drinks too much, blah blah blah. 12 years later, woman who lives alone. She's got like a crazy sophisticated security system and one security supplemented by a fierce dog. Oh, I know why I picked that up. This is about, oh, I love that stuff. Okay, so this is about a woman who apparently had some kind of trauma happen to her, and she goes and lives in the South, and she like totally becomes a recluse in this town, and then there's the chief of police in there whose name is Brooks. Okay, how corny is that? Anyway, Brooks on both. Okay, so he's very intrigued by her, and so he think, oh, okay, so this is kind of, okay, I know what this is. I know the theme of mine, this is a bodyguard theme. We're totally keeping that. Love the bodyguard theme. There's another one right here, by the way. We'll talk about it in a second. Okay, so here we go. That Used to Be Us, how America fell behind in the world it invented. Oops, right here. Yes, I do intend to read that. I do not know when, but I will. Okay. Lovely Bones. Everybody's talking about this. I don't know. Nah, I'm not keeping it. Okay, You Inc. The Art of Selling Yourself. No. Come Home, Lisa Scottoline. Oh, Scottoline? See that? Okay. Suburban mom finally gotten her and her daughter's lives back on track after a divorce. I never liked those stories. I always like it when the woman doesn't have a guy, you know, or an ex-guy. The ex-husband is dead. Okay. Nah, not interested. I don't know why I picked it up. Anyway. Okay. The Endearment by, I have no idea, don't know, Spencer. Okay. This is a mail order bride book. We're keeping it. This, Catherine Anderson, Silva Thaw. Okay. After years of living in fear of the husband, Amanda Banning has left him and moved to Mystic Creek, Oregon for a fresh start. Ooh, fresh start, okay. But she's having a tough time providing for herself and her 6-year-old daughter. There's always a brat in there, okay, anyway. Don't listen to my little side comments, okay? We all do that when we pick up books. Like, we have our own little picky thing. Like, I don't want stories where there's a husband and stuff. I want a single woman, all right? I want a single woman and there's a romantic story going on. Like, I don't want kids in the middle and stuff. I can't relate to that. Or maybe I should relate to that, but for some reason I'm not interested. Anyway, don't dismiss that. I didn't say that. Writing a secret yearning on slips and paper, sending them into the wind, blah, blah, blah. Jeb, has no idea that the handwritten message he finds scattered across his land are the first hint that his life is about to change. Okay, cold snap. Ooh, the man who once renounced love. Ooh, so that means he's going to be moody and dark. We like that. Suddenly finds himself willing to do anything for the pair, her and the daughter. Okay, Amanda seems to have given up on her dreams, but Jeb refused to quit until he makes her every wish come true. Oh. And I give it a try. Karen Rose, I Can See You. I think this is a bodyguard theme. The vicious assault, terrified and ashamed, retreated to the virtual realm where no one could see her. That sounds like the Nora Roberts one. Okay. Detective Noah. Can they come up with like real name like Brooks, Jeb, Noah? Anyway, is one of the few people who believe to the deaths are connected murders. Okay, yeah, there's several deaths, all right? They're connected. Together, they enter an intoxicating world of alternate identities and secret passions and find themselves trapped in the fight for their lives. Okay, yeah, I like it. Michael Prescott, In Dark Places. This is Robin Cameron, brilliant scientist on the verge of a breakthrough in psychiatric treatment for mental patients. Okay, you get the theme? All right. But first she must enter... Oh, Robin as a girl. Okay, the unforgiving darkness of their mind. Ooh, that's what I do on a daily basis. One patient is Justin Gray. Is it going to be a boundary thing? A serial killer who favors teenage girls. Another patient, traumatized LAPD, Alan Brand. Okay, he was a cop. Doesn't want Robin playing with his memories because... Okay, all right, this is like The Prince of Tides. I gotta read it. Okay, Lead Child, Jack Reacher. Not gonna read it. Don't even know why I picked it up. What You Can Change. Dust. The Complete Guide to Successful Self-Improvement. I'm keeping it. Alright, so the Mitch album, For One More Day, The 5 People You'll Meet in Heaven, Tuesday with Maury, and Have a Little Faith. I will not read. That goes. How We Decide, love that kind of books. By the way, Paco, Underhill. Great books, The Call of the Mall and Why We Shop. You have to read those 2 books. I'll put the links down below. Fantastic. How We Decide. I definitely want to read that. Doesn't look like I got any problem making decision, do I? Okay, so here we go. We've got another one. When I told you, when I buy a book, I buy the series. Even though I don't even know if I'm going to like the book. This is Edward Rutherford, and this is Paris, New York, and London. I started reading Paris, but was not in the mood. I'm serious, like I read maybe 20 pages, not in the mood, but I know I'm going to read them, so I'm going to keep them, because they are kind of like Michener books, where it's following generations of people in the same place. Does it make sense? Like Hawaii and Colorado and all of and Centennial. Centennial was great by James Michener. You got to read Centennial. I really like that one. Okay, anyway, so I'm keeping that. Okay, next, Free Fall. I started reading it, and it's a bodyguard story with a CIA guy. The character, the lady character, was super annoying, and it totally ruined it for me. So I read maybe 54 pages. And yeah, that's a bodyguard theme that really sucked. Okay, so that can go. Okay, Yankee Wife. This is a mail order bride. Yankee Wife by Linda Lael Miller. I'm gonna keep that. We're not doing too good. Okay, Texas Destiny. That's a mail order bride. This is by Lauren Heath. Okay, so can they get along? Basically, that's the story. I gotta go fast. Duncan's Bride by Linda Howard. She wrote a couple of books that I liked, and this is a mail order bride. We're gonna keep it. Okay, Blue Asylum. Okay, that was $5.95 at Barnes & Noble, and you know I get I'm a member, so I get 30% off that, so that was really cheap. Okay, amid the mayhem of the Civil War, Iris Dunleavy is put on trial by her husband, convicted of madness and sent to Sanibel Asylum to be restored to a compliant Virginia plantation wife. But her husband is the true criminal. She's no lunatic, one guilty of disagreeing on notions of cruelty and property. On this remote Florida island, Iris meets a wonderful collection of inmates in various states of sanity, including Ambrose, okay, another crazy name, a Confederate soldier haunted by war, whose dark eye beckon on to her. Can love in such a place be real? Okay, so it's got several themes here. It's got historical romance, it's got mental illness, and it's got PTSD. Love it. Blue Asylum by Kathy Eppinstone. I have no idea when I'm going to get to read it, but I will. Okay, The Paris Winter by Imogene Robertson. Okay, obviously you can see this is Paris, this is historical, and it's Victorian. Maud Hayton came to Le Fond, famous academy, to paint and to flee the constraint of her small English town. Courage to escape. Paris. Okay, so she becomes really poor. She slips in poverty. Starving, dreading another Paris winter, she stumbles upon an opportunity when Christian Morel engages her as a living companion to a beautiful young sister. And I believe this is about the sister that she becomes a companion for is addicted to opium, and there's a whole secret going on between the brother and the sister, and I'm sure there's some romance somewhere in there, and it's Paris, it's Victorian. Did I mention that? I'm gonna read it. Paris winter. Moving right along. The Black Isle. I talked about that when I did a book haul, and I never read it, and I think I know why. This is about ghosts during it's Asia, it's about islands, but it's about ghosts, and I don't do paranormal. Not because I don't believe in it, it just doesn't interest me. Okay, so that's the Nate. Here you go, The Witches. Stacy Shift right here, The Witches. I want to read this. It's super long. I don't know when I'll get to it, but I want to read that. It's about the Salem Witches trial. Okay, this I read. I don't know why it's there. Nevermore. Kelly Creech. This is some kind of Edgar Allan Poe type of theme. It's a romance. It's young adult, high school stuff. Nah, I ain't got time for that. The Headmasters Wager right here by Vincent Lam. Okay, so this is something that goes on during the Vietnam War. I'm really interested in that. And not just the Vietnam War, but Indochina as well. So I'm going to keep it. This, I bought the whole series. I read the first one, which was Shadow Me. And it's young adult, okay? But it was, matter of fact, Shadow Me, I think, was my first dystopian novel. I thought it was just okay. I do not feel the need to read the entire series. And I bought the second one because I thought I was going to like the first one. And I thought it was just, again, I thought it was just okay. I don't feel the need to keep that. I'm not going to read it. The Orchid House. Okay, there's an old diary. They find out about their whole family, hidden secrets and stuff. I don't think I'm going to read it. Okay, Cascade, I talked about that. I bought it. These I bought at bookatlet.com, and I think I paid like $4 for them, if even that. And I had a coupon for free shipping, so the book's really didn't cost me a lot. Yeah, no, I don't even, yeah, it's about a movie theater in Massachusetts in the 30s, and the woman restores it. That's her father's legacy. It's about a small town. I don't know. No. So the next one is The Spy Mistress, and this is about a woman who becomes a spy during the American Revolution, you know, like Paul Revere and all of that. So that's kind of stuff I like. Next, I will never read it. Everybody talked about it, made a big deal about it, and then I found out that there was like some serious porn going on in there, and I don't want to be a prude or anything, but I'm not interested in reading how people do it, okay? I'm content with this area of my life. I don't need that. I'll take romance, I'll take a lot of sexual tension and stuff, but the whole raping and descriptions of the size of it and all, no, I'm not going to read it. Sorry, if you love those books, good for you, not for me. Map of Time, this is a Jack the Ripper / time machine book. It's steampunk, which I love. Look, I've had this for at least 5 years, if not more, and I haven't read it, so I'm not going to read it. Okay, so that goes. The Curious Beginning, I didn't finish it. This was interesting up to a certain point. Look, I'm almost done with it. Seriously, it was... oh, I got a card from my husband. Excuse me for a second. All right, and he actually wrote in it. He just didn't put his name. Hey, there's improvement. All right, keep it. This is about a woman during Victorian time, and she kind of is a an orphan. She lives with her 2 aunts, something like that, and they both die. So now she's on her own, and some guy comes in. There's an attempt to kill her. I'm not sure why. It's like some secret that supposedly she knows, or she has no idea what it is. So they're after her. So he sends her to a guy in London, I believe, and he's a yeah, I believe it's London, and he's a failed scientist, and she's kind of a scientist herself, like she does the butterfly thing. So of course at the beginning they can't stand each other, and then they start having feelings for each other, and it just runs in circle for like 50-60 pages. After a while I was just like, where's this going? No, I didn't like it. So this is the Nate, like really. Hey, the last one, you guys. Okay, The Snow Fox. I've been wanting to read this for so long. It's pathetic. Raises the questions as it brings to life 3 people who existed almost 1,000 years ago in Japan. One of them is a lord whose highest love is to reunify his country and restore peace. The second is a member of his court, Lady Utsu, one of the supreme poetic geniuses of her time. She's also a woman renowned for her country's most beautiful woman, as famous for her cruelty as for her beauty and artistry. The third one is Matsuhito, a samurai who apprentices himself to Lord. Okay, anyway, so is there love going on? They discover each other, okay, Caprice's cruelty of time, a great and moving love story, but also paints memorable portraits of character at all levels of society. I love everything Chinese and Japanese, so it's, and it's 1,000 years ago, so that's probably very interesting. I've been wanting to read this, but never got to it, so that's that. Okay, so some of you have asked for me to go through a book sorting video, and so there you have it. I managed to get rid of quite a lot, so they're gonna go to work tomorrow. I'm gonna put my books here on the bookcase. I think this video is gonna be way too long, and I probably talk too fast, and the accent doesn't help, so I don't know what you got out of it, but I know I got a lot of books out. So I'm gonna put my books back on the shelf and like line them up nicely, and we're gonna see what it looks like, and then I'll show you the to-go pile for day 22. So this is the pile that is going for donate, and I got quite a lot. Okay, this is much better than I anticipated. So we got 1, 2, this is 5, we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 books, 20 books, that's good. And here is the shelf, but now I have, oh, and I forgot to tell you about this one. Lorna sent that to me, Making It Up As I Go Along. It's supposed to be a comedy, so I'm definitely going to read that. Lorna, I have no idea when I'll get to it, okay? You see my to be read pile? Okay, it's pretty crazy. So I can't fit this one, so we're going to have to figure out, and I think I have to just remove one book, one that I wasn't sure whether or not I was going to read it, to fit this one. So we're going to get, I'm going through it. Give me a second. Okay, nope. All right, I'm not going to read this. Wait, never mind, this is Psychiatric Hospital. Okay, so we are reading it. Oh lordy, I don't know what I can do. I gotta find a book here that I'm not going to read, or that I'm fooling myself into thinking that I'm going to read. And tough. Okay. All right, the Saigon one. I think I can let go. Yeah, I think I can let go of this one. So here's my shelf, my to be read pile. Not a pile, but line up. And see, I still have a empty shelf here and an empty shelf there. So I'm very happy I managed to get some books at the door. So you see, I can do this. I can. I feel much more confident about my ability to read those. You know, here's the problem, right? I tried to, oh God, this is going to be another video that's going to be 60 minutes. Okay, here's the problem. I go to bed, and sometimes I go to bed very late, depending on what I'm doing. Like if I'm editing a video and I'm posting it, I'm going to end up going to bed very late. So I'll open a book and I'll read about a page and I'll fall asleep. Okay, and then there's other times where I go to bed quite early, and early for me is 10 o'clock. Okay, so at that point I can read for 2 hours, and then the following day I may just do one page, and then the following day I may not be able to read at all because I'm just crashing. Okay, so it's very up and down, and I have periods where I will read every night non-stop for 2 hours, or if not more. I've been known for finishing a book in one night. Okay, these were the days. Oh man, do I remember those days where there was a book that was so riveting, I would just finish it from cover to cover in one sitting. But now it's just I'm slowing down in my ability to read as much as I used to. And I think that's the problem here, that I have changed my reading pattern, but I have not changed my shopping pattern when it comes to books. And, well, what a revelation. How about that? So yeah, I got to take that into account. And maybe I don't buy another book before I read one, so the pile or the lineup here stays the same. Would that make sense? I could do that. I think I could manage that. Like I always have a to be read shelf, and when I finish one, if I really liked it, it goes downstairs. with the rest of my books that I keep. And if I thought it was just okay and I didn't care for it, then I can donate it. But the empty spot that it's going to live then can be, filled up with a new book. So maybe I'll try that instead of starting to fill up the two other shelves, the one on top and the bottom, with a bunch of books I'll never get a chance to read, and then I'll have to do another video about how I'm purging them. That makes no sense, right? So that's what I'll do. I'm going to keep one shelf of to be read, and I get plenty choice from that shelf. And then once in a while, I'll just replenish it with new books once there's holes and empty spots and stuff. So, yep. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. Give me a thumbs up, you guys. I managed to get rid of books. You know, that was difficult for me. But I think I did pretty good, and I have no regrets. What is this one right here? Oh, never mind. Yeah, no regrets. I can't look at them. I gotta let them go. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Like Melody said, give it some love. Share, subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to watch the other girls. 30 bags in 30 days. And just to give you a heads up, I'm moving, I'm creeping upstairs pretty soon. This weekend I'm doing all my clothes. Scott said he was going to do his clothes too, so we may be able to finally get rid of one piece of furniture in the room upstairs, which would be great. And then the last videos for the series, because I realized there's only, 8 days now, it's probably going to be the attic. And the attic, oh my God. Wait until you see the attic, okay? If you thought the basement was bad, and I didn't do the laundry room yet, and that's bad too. So it looks to me like I'm going to go over 30 days, at which point I'm going to have to figure out a new title for the videos. So here's a contest, guys, down below in the comment section. Give me a title for my video series when I go above 30 days, okay? All right, so that's it for me. I'm sorry this was very long, but some of you have requested for me to go through the books and go through the whole process and the stories because you want to know what I kind of like and you want to get ideas for reading. So I hope that was helpful. And that's it for me for day 22. I will see you tomorrow for day 23. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to get to the links down below for the other gals on YouTube who are doing the 30 bags in 30 days. Okay, bye. Talk to you later, guys.